Dear student, welcome to my channel. This is the fourth video on cryptography and system security introduction. In this video, we are going to discuss OSI security architecture, then security attacks, and in which we will discuss passive and active attacks. Now let us start. OSI security architecture. The OSI architecture helps managers in organizing security tasks effectively in a particular layer. The OSI security architecture focuses on security attacks, mechanism and services. Now in this video we are going to concentrate only on attacks. Attack is nothing but any action that compromises the security of information owned by organization. So there are two terms are there, threat and attack. So threat is nothing but potential or possibility of harm, and attack is nothing but an actual event where harm or exploitation occurs. We can see the example. Threat, the possibility of hacker discovering and exploiting a software vulnerability, and in attack the scenario change, the hacker actively exploiting a software vulnerability to gain unauthorized access. Types of security attacks: passive attack and active attack. A passive attack attempts to learn or make use of information from the system but does not affect the system resources. So the hacker only intercept the channel, listen the message, but does not affect or does not take the control on the system resources and affect the system. Active attack. An active attack attempts to alter the system resources and affect the operation. Passive attacks. These are in the nature of eavesdropping or monitoring of data during the transmission. The goal of the opponent is to obtain the information that is being transmitted. Two types of passive attacks are there: release of message content, and second is traffic analysis. We can see the first with the example. A telephone conversation, an email message and transfer file may contain sensitive or confidential information. We would like to prevent an opponent from learning the contents of this transmission. So here in this case, the attacker only intercept that particular channel and it will see the transmission of the data. Traffic analysis. In this type, an adversary examines the encrypted message. So here in release of message content, the message is not encrypted, so the attacker can easily see the message. Here in this type, an adversary examines encrypted message to infer information based on communication pattern such as frequency and the length of the message. It try to find out the identities of communicating parties. Even if the message content is concealed through encryption process, this analysis can reveal insight about the nature of the communication between the two parties. Now passive attack is very difficult to detect because they are not altering the data. Here the mainly focus on prevention, that is emphasis on preventing the passive attacks rather than detecting them. Normal appearance. Message traffic appears normal. Sender and receiver remain unaware of the interception. Prevention via encryption. Here if we encrypt the data, we can prevent the success of passive attacks. Now we will see the active attacks. It involves some modification of the data stream or the creation of false stream. It can be subdivided into four categories: masquerade, replay, modification of messages and denial of service attack. First we will see the masquerade. A masquerade attacks occurs when attacker impersonate a legitimate user to gain unauthorized access to system or information. A real-world example of such attack is tax phishing campaign where attacker impersonate legitimate tax authorities to deceive the user. Example: attacker sent phishing emails that appear to be from official tax authorities. The emails include HTML and URL attachment leading to spoof login pages resembling the official tax website. Victim, believing the pages are from legitimate site, and enter financial and login information which is very much sensitive of that particular user. The attacker collect this sensitive information for malicious use. To avoid suspicion, victims were redirected to the actual office tax site after submitting their information. Now we will see the next attack, that is nothing but replay. Replay involves the passive capture of data units and its subsequent retransmission to produce an unauthorized effect. See the example: wireless bicycle gear shifting system. In 2024, researchers exposed vulnerabilities in Shimano's wireless bicycle gear shifting system. Attacker intercepted and replayed gear shift signal, causing unexpected gear change and potential accidents. This highlights the need for encryption and authentication to prevent replay attacks in a wireless system. Third attack is nothing but modification of messages. Modification of message simply means that some portion of the legitimate message is altered or that message are delayed or reordered to produce unauthorized effect. For example, take example of fund transfer. Original message: Alice instruct her bank to transfer $1,000 to Bob's account. If the attacker intercepts this message and modifies the transfer amount from $1,000 to $10,000 before allowing to reach the bank, the bank processes a transfer of $10,000 to Bob's account exceeding the Alice intended amount. Fourth attack is denial of service. The denial of service prevents the normal use or management of communication facilities. It is an active cyber assault aimed at disturbing the normal functioning of targeted server or network by overwhelming it with a flood of internet traffic. An attacker uses a network of hijacked computers, and this network is used to flood the target site, it may be server or network, with phony server requests, that is nothing but fake traffic, and leaving no bandwidth for legitimate traffic. In 2007, Estonia suffered a coordinated denial of service attack targeting government, financial, and media websites. These attacks flooded server with fake requests, disrupting online services and paralyzing the nation's digital infrastructure and highlighting the vulnerability of heavily digitized system. So this is nothing but denial of service attack, in which we are targeting a particular set of government, financial, and media website by using the network of hijacked computers. So these are the references for this presentation, and in the next video I am going to explain. So in this video the various attacks are covered. In the next video the various mechanism and services are discussed. Thank you.